Right now, hundreds of millions of monarch butterflies are migrating from North America to a single spot in Mexico. It's an incredible spectacle, one that makes it hard to believe that these exotic insects may be in jeopardy. Some environmentalists are warning that a new threat faces monarchs, a booming business in mail-order butterflies. Bill Blakemore reports.
Last month at this wedding in Massachusetts, the ceremony ended with a surprise. The bride and groom each released a monarch butterfly. And then the guests released several dozen. Everyone was delighted.
Oh, I thought it was beautiful. I've never seen anything like it before.
I liked the way they flew around and landed on people.
Releasing butterflies is catching on at weddings, birthdays, and other special occasions. It has led to a cottage industry of more than 250 breeders who sell their butterflies over the internet.
They're expensive. We sell our monarchs for $95 per dozen.
But for all the delight and beauty that butterflies bring, this new practice is controversial.
This is a really sorry kind of thing. It's really I view it as like an environmental terrorism.
Jeffrey Glassberg of the North American Butterfly Association says butterfly releases pose a serious threat to wild butterfly populations.
Well, I think the biggest concern is spreading some kind of virus that we don't know about to wild populations. It's a very bad idea to be sending all of these butterflies, organisms around the country in different ways.
Breeders counter that there's no scientific evidence to prove that captive butterflies spread disease.
There are no scientific studies at all that support the criticisms that have been leveled against the industry.
Melanie McCarthy and her husband Terry Turbush have been raising monarch butterflies at their Massachusetts farm for 3 years.
It's almost a 24-hour day job. For the 6 months that we do it, it's nonstop.
For these breeders, business is booming. Every few days, the couple must prepare a new shipment, placing each monarch in its own separate envelope. But first, they carefully examine a selection of butterflies to check for spores which indicate disease.
Our concern is not to release diseased butterflies. We work very hard not to do that.
Butterfly releases are regulated by the U.S. Department of Agriculture. Breeders must apply for a breeding permit before shipping butterflies. Only 9 butterfly species can be bred, all of which are native to the United States. And a butterfly cannot be shipped across the Continental Divide.
There are good reasons to believe that there aren't population differences on either side of the Continental Divide, population differences worthy of keeping the two separate.
But despite these safeguards, 2 states, Alaska and Arizona, have already put a ban on butterfly releases.
The releases in Alaska would be released outside of the native distribution of this butterfly species.
In Arizona, the ban serves to protect endangered plants on which monarchs feed.
The Department of Ag in Arizona requested that we not allow or do not issue permits for the release of monarchs in that particular state because of the focus on the endangered species of milkweed.
And the Washington State Fish and Wildlife Department is lobbying to follow Arizona's lead. They recently issued a warning stating this activity has the potential to do a lot of damage and their effect on the local environment is unpredictable. But until there's hard scientific evidence to prove that butterfly releases cause harm, this practice will likely continue.
Once they're released and they're enjoyed at the scene, they then go right back into the natural environment and take off as they would normally have done.
After delighting the crowd at this wedding, the monarchs may well have joined the millions of others making the annual fall migration down to Mexico. Bill Blakemore, ABC News.
In a moment, the latest recruit.